accent left that you'll pick up on. I like to say y'all and folks like y'all do. So um, absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for having me on the call. I wanted to talk about kind of a concept that came across one day when I'm just driving out of the field. I call it the 3 C's. And these 3 C's, I feel like as an agent, as a person of family heritage, if you have these 3 C's, you are just going to be successful and you're going to get the most out of this career. If you've ever been in a tough time, chances are you were missing one of these 3 C's in what you do. So the first one is confidence. If you look up the definition of confidence, it's the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. And guys, we got to realize we're part of Family Heritage. This is the greatest organization on earth. You guys are also part of the Davenport and Snyder agencies. I hear nothing but good things coming from what y'all are doing. We're not just hiring folks off the street. Not everybody can apply and just get the job here. You guys are all here for a special reason because somebody saw something in you. And it's very important to remember confidence is a big part of what you do. From waking up and just getting started, to getting out of the car, to getting started back if you're taking lunch breaks, walking into businesses, transition to close, the whole 9 yards. Confidence is huge. So easiest way to really define confidence in more simpler terms is belief in yourself. Got to truly believe in yourself here and your abilities. The second big C that I like to look at is the conviction. So conviction, belief in our product and what it can do for folks. I'm going to give a few stories. I know we all have stories, and if you don't, you will have stories, especially if you're new. I was going out for my very first day ever in the field on a Monday after Sales Academy. Leisha Hawley was my market director at the time. She's recently been promoted to regional director. And she could not get up with me my first day due to scheduling conflicts. So I decided to go out the field by myself. I heard that O'Reilly's loves us. So if you have an O'Reilly's in your territory, start there is what they told me. So I walk into O'Reilly's and I meet Kelly, who's the first day as the GM on the job. I'm like, oh, cool. It's my first day too. She's like, well, I've been here 5 years as the assistant store manager. And so I show her the accident and injury, and she picks up ICU as well. So she picks up those two on a preferred level. She's 31, single mom, 6 kids. And all of a sudden, she's got me talking to the rest of her staff. So I do really well. I have a great first day there. We never know what kind of business we're going to walk into and the impact we're going to leave walking out of that business. So here I am 4 months later. I have an appointment at the local State Farm office to show that agency owner. And I have 15 minutes to spare. So I got a choice. I can sit in my car for 15 minutes, get early to the appointment, or I can go in and see these folks, see if I owe them any cash for 15 minutes. It's a lot better seeing if you owe people cash. So I walk into this O'Reilly's, and it's about 4 months after she picked up the policy. And I said, hey, Kelly, do I owe you any money? She doesn't say hello. She doesn't ask me how I'm doing. She says, I need to take a look at your cancer policy. She had me scared. Thought she was diagnosed already. Turns out she had a couple of people close to her, and she was already seeing the financial impact for them. So I'm just going down the benefits. Yep, preferred makes sense. $51 a month for a single parent with 6 kids for this policy. Sometimes God puts you in places you need to be. 32 days later, Kelly has a seizure at work, is in ICU for 5 days. They find a tumor on her frontal lobe. She's diagnosed with brain cancer. So when we think about conviction of the product and not knowing what's going to happen, some of these people, folks, that you guys are going to meet today in the field may need you today. If you go in 3 days late, it might be too late. We end up paying her out a lot of money. She just had a simple surgery. brain surgery is not simple, but she had a surgery to have it removed. She is completely healthy, completely fine, and cancer-free now. And I literally just saw her a few weeks ago, and she says, I'm still ahead in 2023 thanks to you guys. So, I mean, it's incredible to have somebody, you know, working at O'Reilly's that's ahead financially in 2023, because we know the financial impact of folks that we see in these auto shops. Another piece of conviction, I had another day 32 cancer diagnosis. I was recruiting a gal, and I actually hired her at a restaurant that I worked with years and years ago. And I'm going back through my list, like, okay, who can I bring onto my team that'll be great? I'm like, Brittany will be awesome. Brittany's a people person. Let's go recruit her. So as I'm recruiting her, she signs up on the cancer policy for her and the kids. She's got 5 kids, and says, you need to show this to my mom. Can you come over tonight at 7 o'clock? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going over to see her mom, who's named Cricket. And she doesn't tell her mom that I'm coming. She's also not there. So here I am knocking on a door doing residential, and I'd never done residential before, but you know, by accident here. Her mom has policies across the board on several different, with Allstate, with Aflac, another Colonial policy through a workplace. We ended up showing her the value in what we do. She picks up across the board over the course of 25 years compared to what she would be spending versus what she'd be getting back. We're flipping her $144,000. It's pretty big amount there. So we get her in the policy. She goes in for her mammogram on day 32, having this thing, finds out she has breast cancer. She's currently still going through it, and she's winning it, and it's going great. She works at a local hospital and stopped in there yesterday. And so far she's been paid out about $21,000 on a preferred level policy for breast cancer. Not too bad. Not too bad. So seeing and hearing stories like that, you start to have a lot of conviction in what we do, because sometimes this is extra money for folks, fun money that they'll spend getting a claim paid out. Sometimes it's literally putting bread on the table, putting gas in the car. And it can be different impacts for different folks. The last C that I talk about is connection. And this is the belief that other people need you. It's the belief that you just need to go talk to the next person. Go see who's behind the next door. And connection really hits in all sorts of different phases as we're out there meeting folks. You know, obviously we're not making a lot of friends when we're out there, but we're getting to know connections. We're getting to know people. And when you are able to connect at a high level, the referrals flood in. The other people in the business are picking up, those are flooding in. And you're just there believing that other people do need you. So if you can imagine a day that you wake up and you're just not confident in yourself, but you know that you believe in the product, it can help people, and you know people need you, you're still going to have trouble getting started, getting rolling, because it's that belief in yourself. If you're missing the conviction piece, it's really, really hard to do a fantastic buying atmosphere, transition to close, and get them closed down with any response or any objection they can give you if you don't believe in this product. And then also, if you have the belief in the product, you have the belief in yourself, but you don't have the belief that people need you, you're going to find yourself having trouble walking to the next business. You're going to have trouble getting 25 contacts or 6 presentations for the day. So, I mean, with those 3 things, if you have all 3 of them, you are going to kill it. You're going to help people. Your heart's going to be focused on service. You're going to do really well. Missing one of them is crucial. So if you've ever been facing that brick wall that so many people have faced and will face, look at those 3 and find out which one you're missing, because I can about guarantee you're missing one of those. That's my speech on the 3 C's, Erica. If anybody has any questions or anything surrounding that, how I relate it, or even questions just about me and my career in the year and a half I've been here, I will be more than happy to answer them.
Hey, Tyler, I got a question for you. So being with a new agent and training them, I know we talk a lot about marrying your territory. Do you tell them to go to specific businesses, or do you drop them off in the middle of a territory and make them go business to business to business?
Awesome. So glad for this question. So there's different ways to marry a territory, but there's one solid way to actually marry your territory. I guess there's different ways to start. I personally like to start at my fire station, my fire department, somewhere in town where there's a big name, and then bleed out like an oil spill. So when I have a new agent, you know, you could ask everybody here on the call, hey, raise your hand if you've ever been afraid to walk in the fire station. Probably half of the hands would go up because it's a bigger deal, right? I would start like something like that. Although I've also had people I start on the outskirts of town and then work out like an oil spill. So what that looks like is literally going into every single business out there. Now, there are businesses that aren't so great for us to work with, but we also have no idea who's behind that door. You know, the local gas station might have a bunch of people that can't afford our products, or maybe our Medicare, whatever, but there's an owner of that gas station that may need your help too. So there's always somebody out there that you can help. But yeah, marrying the territory, I tell my agents, it is your job to go into every business and find out whether or not they're cool. Just keep it simple.
Hey, Tyler. Hey, man, I got a question for you, but congrats on hitting market director, man. Proud of you. And hey, real quick, what did your schedule look like in order to hit the market director? That's a big jump from going from field to market. What did your schedule look like in order for you to be successful getting from field director to market? Like, what did your daily grind kind of look like, you know, Monday through Friday?
Yeah, so I've heard from so many people that market director is one of the hardest, it is the hardest level to achieve and also like continue. When I was a field director, I put myself in the mindset that I was a market director, and I sort of acted like it. So you have to continue to maintain selling at a high level. So you're going to sacrifice some of the hours there because you are recruiting, you're training more people, you're supporting more folks, especially as a field director. One of your primary responsibilities is field training. So you're sacrificing some short-term successes for yourself and for the long-term successes that you can have. It's crucial to have a start time every single day. Being part of the Ellingson agency, our call is at 9 o'clock every day. I'm still out at 8. I'm going to go get some contacts, a demo in before the call. I'm going to make the most of my time. You know, especially because, I mean, a lot of people here probably have families, and, you know, you got to balance that work and that life, but you also got to work hard for the future. And I got 3 kids. I got number 4 on the way. My wife stays at home. So, I work a very consistent schedule that when I was a field director or a sales professional, I was 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Getting into the market director levels, you're going to be doing some late night interviews. You're going to have a couple few days that you're working till 7, 8 o'clock. And I mean, especially when you start to develop a team, one of the things that I've also done is I take Tuesday nights after the reports come out, and I do a business review with each person on my team, 20 to 30 minutes. So there's going to be other activities that you're going to start putting in just to start to grow your business and set a great foundation there.
Love it. Thank you.
Absolutely. But I mean that to answer it just very simply, you got to make the most of your time. You got to have time management and have a plan. And then you got to work that plan. Just because it's raining on Wednesday doesn't mean the plan's spoiled. Grab your freaking umbrella and get to it.
Yes, sir. Love it.
Absolutely.
Tyler,
Anything else?
Tyler, I don't have a question for you, but I just want to say congrats on market director. It's good to see you doing so well. And it was really good to see you at the mid-year meeting and in Puerto Rico. And can't wait to see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mindy. It's always a joy to run into you and see you. And I mean, your story is very inspiring as well. You've been very successful.
Well, thank you, Tyler. You're very sweet.
Anything else, guys? I'm an open book.
I don't have any questions, but I wanted to say thank you because everything that you said made a lot of sense. There's a lot of days that I have so much confidence in the products that we sell to people, but there's days that I can't get out of the car at all because I have no confidence in myself. And I just wanted to say thank you for going over your 3 C's.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, there's a lot of different ways too that you can instill confidence in yourself. Meditate and get in the gym. Just spending time on yourself is huge. Another thing I'll leave you guys with too, I just remembered I was going to put in here is these 3 C's can also be translated to recruiting, guys. Having confidence in yourself that, hey, I can talk somebody into, that I think can do really well this career. I can help bring them in. Having conviction in the career itself and what it can do for folks. And then also have that connection piece like, hey, I believe I really want to work with this person. So.
Tyler, I got one real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, Kyle. For new agents, when we're cold calling businesses, what have you seen the best once you build that rapport and the trust of getting those referrals to start warming up your pipeline instead of having to, like you said, spread out like oil? What are some of your key tips for getting that referral? Maybe verbiage or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate the question, Jesse. I do 2 things with every contact, whether or not they buy. So even if I'm getting kicked out, like, hey, I'm going to call the cops if you don't leave. I'm stopping like, hey, I actually got one more question for you. So there's 2 things that I really do ask at the end, though. The first one is I don't want to walk into the next business totally cold, because let's be honest, like cold calling it's fun in ways and it's challenging, but there's days that we just don't want to do it, but it's part of the job. So always asking that business when you're leaving, hey, I'm actually about to head next door. Who do you know over there? Just real quick, simple, get the name of next door. They may be best friends. They may be lunch buddies. They may also be smoke buddies out the back door. You just never know. So the other piece that I do is I ask everybody, hey, if you were doing my job, who's the first 5 people that you'd reach out to? And when they give you those 5, all right, cool. Who's the next 5 people that you reach out to? And you just pen to paper, eyes down. I suggest even having a little journal that's only for referrals. Get you a nice leather journal that's just referrals. Load that baby up. When you get to 300, guess what happens when it snows? There's 18 inches outside, which never happens down there. But I mean, sometimes if you're up high enough in the elevation, but if it snows and the weather's bad, you got 300 people to call. So saves the day.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your favorite book, man, that you've read for yourself?
This one's easy. There's a lot of great books out there. I have tier 2, and then I have one book in tier 1. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
Nice.
I've done this thing 7 times. That's changed my life every single time. Now he's got a sequel out, but I started reading it an 8th time, so I'm on challenge 8 right now. When I'm done, I'm gonna read a sequel. So absolutely.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Any other questions for Tyler before we wrap up? Going once, going twice. Tyler, dude, this was awesome. We greatly appreciate. I have like 3 pages of notes right here on my iPad, and just doing the system the right way And, I can tell there's no secret sauce. You just set a plan and you just work her plan, regardless if you want to. And you have a lot of other distractions. You got 3 kids, you get a 4th on the way, and you're still working your system. And that's why you just do the deal. And it's great. I'm excited to see your growth this year. And welcome to the vision team now. Once you get market director, you're part of the vision team, everybody. So that's a big deal. So, and we'll be seeing you next week in Puerto Rico. Guys, we're going to wrap up today's call. This was recorded. So make sure, guys, if you got on a little bit later, whatever, you need to listen to this call again. The 3 C's are awesome. I've never heard that before. So that was all new content for me as well. So exciting to hear about that. Marrying your territory, extremely important. Having a set start time each day, investing in yourself outside the business, meditating, getting in the gym and recruiting and having that confidence in yourself, game changer. So guys, today is Wednesday. It is hump day. So let's go out there. Let's go do the deal. Just a reminder that we do have a nice team dinner tonight. If you're in the Schneider Agencies, it's at Firebirds, one of the top restaurants in Charlotte, right in South Park location. It's at 6:30. Rob Schmidt will be there. So eat as much food as you want because corporate's paying for it. So yeah, let's go. Let's make sure that you text me if you're going to be there, because this place is pretty particular about reservations because it's a pretty hot, commodity place. So make sure that you let me know. That way we don't have to last minute get another table somewhere else. So just shoot me a text. We're definitely going to be there. And we'll see you guys tonight at 6:30 at the team dinner. Let's go out there. Let's get some families protected today. And let's go earn that team dinner. Let's go work hard. And so when we go eat dinner tonight, we can have that peace of mind knowing that we earned it. So let's go out there. Let's be a blessing and let's do our best. Let God do the rest. And let's leave everybody in a better mood and know that people that you meet today, like Tyler said, people you meet today 100% need you. It may be today, it may be in 32 days from today, but have that conviction, the 3 C's. Thank you, Tyler, so much for being on, man. This was awesome. So let's have a great day.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler.